Hello, everybody, and welcome to Let's Play Retrospective. It's the Metroid series, and joining me today, in case you didn't notice from the cover art, is my good friend Andrew.
Yo, what's up?
So, Andy, did you grow up with the original Metroid series?
No. Not really. The first time I got really introduced to the Metroid series was Super Metroid.
Oh, okay. So you didn't play original Metroid on Nintendo?
No, not until like many years later.
Oh, okay. Did you ever beat it, or did you just play it?
No, not really.
All right. Well, Metroid, for me, was like I remember Christmas when I was a child. The Nintendo Entertainment System came out, and my dad bought it, and along with a crap ton of games, this being one of them. And we had never, really experienced, because the only other video games that we had played at the time was Atari. Up until then. And Atari games, as we all know and remember, were very simplistic and very short, especially. Like, if you beat a level on an Atari game, it was simply, the next level is, it's the same, but it's a different color, and things move a little bit faster.
And it kind of progressively got a little bit harder.
Yes.
Until it got to the point to where there was no way in hell that anybody could ever beat it.
Yeah. I'm sure you could beat it. It just became very tedious to a point where you just thought, why am I still playing this? This is just boring. Where there's like no real challenge to it or anything like that.
Yep.
And with the Nintendo, well, hell, I mean, you had games, like you had your first run copies of Super Mario Brothers, The Legend of Zelda, Metroid, games that were vastly different and that had, full range color and full range motion, and like highly
an
detailed
actual story to it instead of just the same level again and again and again.
Well, they did have story introductions for them, but not like if you really wanted the story, you had to read the booklet.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was vastly different, and actually it's interesting because no, this is the wrong way. This isn't where I want to go.
And he just made a screw up because he was busy talking.
Well, kind of. And I was trying to remember, like, okay, like, where do I need to go first? Because first thing that you need to do is you need to collect your missiles so that you can go and get the long beam, so you can have a better firing range for your gun.
Yep.
And what was I saying? I was doing I was trying to do a little bit of research, and it's interesting because from what I understand about some of the history of the original Metroid was that some of what they did for the original Metroid was kind of based around the original Alien film, which I can see purely like just from the introduction of the game, and then some of the environments that you have to go through and such, like like every one of the item rooms all has this very cold and creepy music to it. And well, fuck. I mean, just to let you know, I mean, how much I just really, really like all of the original music for Metroid. I have the Metroid soundtrack on my iPod. So.
And just sit there and listen to it every now and then and geek out.
Well, because it was such good and original music, and it still holds up today. I mean, that Samus intro song that plays is just, wow, that is just so damn good. All right, and this is the very first item power room, and it's just loaded with these alien monsters and shit that you just cannot fight. And Metroid was also a very interesting game in that, like the original Legend of Zelda game, they were just such large worlds for you to explore.
Mm-hmm. And they actually encouraged exploration.
Yeah. There were some places that you couldn't go, though, if you didn't have the right power-up, or there were certain levels that you were just not going to be able to beat because you lacked whatever item it was that you needed in order to progress.
Mm-hmm.
There is also a lot of backtracking in here that can be a bit of a pain.
A little bit of a pain, but...
Oh, yeah. More especially if you don't fully know where you're going. Though, some time ago, I bought, because I am so heavily nostalgic in my old age currently, that I bought and ordered the Nintendo Power Guide. It's this old book that I remember that my father owned from when we were kids that had explicit guides for Legend of Zelda, Metroid, Kid Icarus, Double Dribble, like all sorts of like old NES games that we played as kids. So, and it has, you know, the full detailed maps of Metroid. Granted, I mean, yeah, I mean that kind of stuff is useless when you're like, you know, you could just hop on the internet and just do a quick search, right? It's like, yeah, but I'm old and I forget about that sort of thing. It's like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm lost. Like, what do I do? It's like, you have a computer right next to you.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, but that would require some form of work on my part. Like okay, weirdo.
I don't wanna.
That would require real work on my behalf. And that's just something I'm just not willing to do. All right. And what I'm thinking of doing is after I get to whatever it is that I'm seeking here, because I'm about to pick up the bomb power-up.
Bombs!
Good old bombs. God damn, dude. Would you kindly get the fuck out of my way so I can move a little bit faster?
Oh!
Thank God I had enough missiles to get me through. But what I'm thinking of doing is before we close out, I'm thinking of showing the Justin Bailey code, because I don't know how many people actually remember that, because I remember my brother showed me that, because because long before we ever had Super Metroid, or like any of the other future games like that, we knew nothing about who or what Samus was other than what the booklet said, which was that because originally the booklet described him as a robot, but nobody really knew his true origin, or really who he was, or what he even looked like. And then at the end of the game, depending on how quickly you beat it, Samus will take off his quote-unquote helmet and then reveal himself to be, Samus is actually a woman.
Like, surprise, noobs, I'm a girl!
Surprise, I have a vagina! No!
Hey. It's like, wait, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah. And well, what the Justin Bailey code was that basically it was a cheat code where you could start off the game. You started off in the Norfair area, and you had every one of your power-ups except for the Ice Beam, which you need if you wish to go to Terrarian and try to fight and kill the Metroids. Because the only other weapon that you have is the Wave Beam, and though the Wave Beam is very powerful, you need the Freeze Beam in order to stop the Metroids to be able to kill them. So, and also you only started with about 30 of your energy. You did have all the energy capsules,
but you do have to refill them.
Yeah, and that does take a little while. Because I was actually replaying that last night because I wanted to see, can I, maybe try and beat the game again? And that Mother Brain section is such a pain in the ass. It really is. I don't remember how high up nope, yeah, that'd be the end of it. Yep. But yeah, when it comes to Super Metroid, I probably played Super Metroid a lot more than I played the original Metroid, though.
Oh yeah.
But I did play enough of the original Metroid when it first came out, when I was a kid. So, oh god damn it. Fuck it. It doesn't matter. No, I just kind of got myself stuck.
Got yourself into a corner there, did you?
Kind of. There we go. Goddamn aliens. And it's interesting because you're supposed to be in the Space Pirates fortress, as it is, but you never actually see or fight any of the Space Pirates in the original Metroid, ever. I mean, other than Kraid and Ridley and Mother Brain, but they were just monsters that were made or created by the Space Pirates to help them do their evil deeds.
Those evil Space Pirates.
It wasn't actually until Super Metroid that you actually confronted and fought Space Pirates. That was just something I always thought was kind of interesting. Yep. So I suppose then it's probably fair to say then that Super Metroid is probably your favorite in the series.
Yep, probably is.
Yeah. I mean, it is definitely
I remember
mine, too.
playing it a lot when I was in middle school.
Yeah. Shit. Damn it.
No, Jordan, don't let them beat you. No.
Well, I'm trying not to, but they're not making it easy, because one thing that the old NES games really do suffer from, of course, is the old slowdown effect. Where there's just too many things on screen, so the game's just, I can't handle this. Immediately
I can't handle all this all at
once.
once. I have to slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, sadly, a lot of newer games are starting to suffer from that, too.
A little bit.
Or at least they have on my system, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that could be from any number of things. Alright, so I
what
think
you was going to say there, didn't you?
Huh?
Got what you was going to say there, didn't you?
No. I was just thinking. Because seems I backtracked myself back into a place where I had already gotten said power-up. And I can't think of... Well, I can. It would take me a while to get there. I don't think this will be as long as a typical Let's Play is. So what I might do is I might cut this and then see about showing the Justin Bailey code.
Yeah. Whatever, man.
Whatever. I've said all I want to say. I don't give a shit. This feminist bitch can go suck some clam for all I care. It's like, Jesus, Andy, I can't believe you say something like that. Oh,
Right.
oh, well, you know me, man. I don't give a shit about them flaming dykes. Like, dude, what the fuck? This is all coming right the hell out of nowhere. It's like, oh yeah, that's
I
right.
like how you're making me out to be a huge hater on lesbians here.
That's right. I actually remembered where the ice beam is. I just had to make sure that. Oh yeah, that's right. Is this the right pit, or is this the pit where you just fall and then you're just trapped? Because there were two pits before the ice beam area, and luckily I remembered the map. So.
And that was kind of another thing from the old that there was no auto map. You had to do everything from memory.
Yeah, there was no in-game map. There were no save points. Though, like there were some games that did come with
a password system, but
yeah, well,
more often than not, the passwords didn't work.
Well, it wasn't that the passwords didn't work. It was that a lot of them were very poorly implemented, where, you know, like sometimes letters and numbers would look too much alike, and so if you didn't write them down in just the right way, there was a good chance that you got your password wrong, and so then you'd be screwed and just have to start the game over again.
Yep.
But what I was gonna say was well. There were, I think I'm stuck.
You fell into the wrong pit.
No, I didn't fall into the wrong pit. I can't get out of the pit. I'm at like the little entrance for it, you know, where you're supposed to fall. There we go. Yeah. But there were also some games that did come with battery save packs, you know, so you could, you know, save your game, you know, on your own file. Like original Zelda came with a save file battery pack.
Mm-hmm.
Metroid didn't, though. It was a password system. The only game, the only other game I know of that was really, that was terrible about that was the original Metal Gear. And that was only because that password system was just way too long. You know, where it was like four to five lines for a password, which is pretty insane. All right, everybody, this is the Justin Bailey password. It's all caps, so it's pretty easy, and the spaces just handle themselves. If I can remember how to spell it properly. E, Y, and then just dashes for everything else. And boom, you start off in Norfair with most of Samus's armor gone. But
it's almost naked Samus.
But at this point in the game, she starts off with everything. She has all 5 of her energy tanks. She has all 255 missiles. She has the wave and long beam. And she has the various suit and the screw attack.
She's just missing the ice beam.
Yes, which you do have to go back and get. But it's really not that hard to go and get it again. It's...
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do remember feeling like that it took forever for you to do that, but really it doesn't. It's, you know, it's just a quick little trip is all. It is also quite interesting to think that this is how far back that Metroid started and kind of where it's come to now.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And oh boy, I wonder if we should save our talk for Metroid Other M when we come to that boat. Although I'm pretty sure, well, for some of the people who have watched my video on Metroid Other M, they probably already know exactly how I feel about that fucking game. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I've played a couple hours of it. I really don't like it, and I'm trying to play more of it. And I am going to do a review on it.
If you ever finish playing it.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'll play through the whole thing. Because I don't think that you need to play through the whole game in order to, in order to do like any proper review on it. You do at least have to play a good amount of it.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I think I've played enough. Well, maybe not yet. I would like to see a bit more of the atrocities that people have pointed out for it, and many of which I've already noticed. Just in the first 2 parts of the Let's Play that I did for it, so.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you having fun moving around with half-naked Samus?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, really, what we're seeing here is kind of like the small beginnings of her Zero suit, kind of, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Only in this case, her Zero suit is kind of purple with boots, and then that's it.
Yep.
And it's interesting too because not until I think Super Metroid, if I remember correctly, was when they made her blonde. Right?
Wasn't she like always blonde, or did they just like? I don't know. Nintendo kind of had a weird thing about turning blondes green in the old NES system for some reason.
Well, because here her hair is just green.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's probably because they couldn't do blonde,
Yeah.
or anything like that.
Yeah. But in Super Metroid, yeah, that's when we actually see blonde-haired Samus.
Yeah. Well, all right.
If you actually manage to beat the game in quick enough time to actually get Samus in her bikini.
Mm-hmm. Well, it wasn't really a bikini. It was a full body suit.
Yeah, I remember a bikini.
Well, she does wear like a 2-piece bikini at the end of the original Metroid when you beat it. But in Super Metroid, it's a 1-piece bikini.
Maybe I remember it incorrectly, but then again, it's been a while since I played Super Metroid.
Yeah. And I did do a full Let's Play on the original Super Metroid quite some time ago.
Yeah.
And yet, we will be taking another look at that later on here in a couple of weeks. After I finish house sitting for my parents, of course.
Yeah.
And, well, basically, like, while I'm there, I want to have access to my computer and such things.
Yeah.
So, well, all right, everybody. This was our first look at the Metroid Retrospective. This was the original Metroid on original Nintendo, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please let us know what you think. And of course, as always, big special thanks to my friend Jason, also known as QuickKick on Twitter, for doing the awesome cover art that I will be using for this series. He always manages to outdo himself every single time. And we will be seeing you guys next time for part 2 when we take a look at Metroid 2, The Return of Samus. See you guys next time.
Bye, people.